Hello? Yes, now it's working. I don't know why, but it disconnected the mic for some reason. Happy Saturday! A little bit later than I wanted to, but I had to finish brushing my teeth. And I was finishing up some household stuff, so. But we're here. I also need to apologize immediately because I thought there was a weekly race at Barcelona also today, but it turns out that's on Monday. I don't know how, but I thought it was running in the weekend as well. I was actually pretty excited to insert the clip of Martel doing his warm up. Yeah. What's up, Dutch travel guy? Yeah, we should make a meme of that, right? That's actually a legendary piece of footage, so to speak. But yeah, as I was saying, the weekly race isn't today, it's on Monday. I thought it was today, but so total miscalculation. And obviously this is not a possibility to do a solo, at least not for me. And it's also starting right at the time that the Nurburgring 24 hours is starting. So we're just gonna do some Barcelona races. But I'm gonna do these races obviously in the one and only car we can use, which is the Mercedes. But I haven't driven the Mercedes at Barcelona yet, and I actually don't think it's a meta car as well. So we're in for a treat. Because as you can see, there's absolutely no Mercedes. Yeah, the first Mercedes is at P50. So, but let's see. It's about having fun, right? Not about being the quickest on the track. And I think the Mercedes is the only car we can drive. Nice. Did you catch up on the warm up as well? Like I think it's just about ending the warm up. Waiting on a new. Did you? What screen did you buy? Is it an ultra wide? Let's see. First, put in a setup. Then do some warm up laps. Oh, nice. SR Platinum. That's nice. Congrats. That's really cool. Yeah, we're definitely not in the meta car. Ah, ultra wide. Yeah, I actually had a AOC ultra wide for a while, but then I reverted back to a TV screen. But it's fun on an ultra wide for sure. You do have a little bit more field of view. Sure does take a lot of extra time to heat up the tires on the Mercedes. Yeah, 1440p is the sweet spot for sim racing, if you ask me. Wow. Okay. That's never happened to me before. Losing the car in that corner. Oh, this is terrible, man. Oh, mate. I do see why this is not the meta car for this track. Oh, these high-speed corners are tricky in this car. Yeah, this might be a struggle. Oh, mate. Okay. Somebody crashed into me, but yeah, I crashed. Oh, mate. This was terrible. Okay, maybe I need to do some adjustments on this setup to make it a little bit more suitable for my Yeah, I did load the right setup, right? Yeah. Okay. Let's try this one. You don't hear the game audio? Oh, wait. Is that also... what happened to my OBS? It's totally messed up. It should be working now. Thanks for letting me know. I thought... yeah. OBS was screwing me around. Yeah, so game audio should be working now. But, oh man, I don't know about this Mercedes on this track, man. I wasn't comfortable at all. Yeah, OBS resetted some stuff. So it jumped back to another audio setting. But this car is tricky, man, on this track. I can see why people don't drive it at Barcelona. This car doesn't like this track. this is tricky. New rig, new screen, new PC, yeah. Might as well upgrade everything, right? This car and this track is not a good combo. I think I might switch to just switch back to the Lexus, because this will only hurt my my DR and SR if I drive a car that's not like particularly well for this track. Yeah, I'm gonna switch cars because I don't have confidence in this car and track combo. I wanted to do it in the Mercedes, but yeah, that's just gonna hurt my performance. It's not stable enough, so I'll register with the Lexus. But I'll do want to, yeah, I do want to change the livery actually. I'll do that the next race. Yeah, and especially, are the RAM prices, are they like still very high? Because that really hurts the price of the PC. Yeah, I'm gonna make it a but there's no time to do that now with 50 seconds to go. So I'm gonna do it in between this race and the next race. I'll change up the livery. They've come back a little bit, but still ridiculous. Yeah. Yeah, that's insane, right? Yeah, my PC is still running fine for now. I have a 4070 Super, I think it is, which runs LMU totally fine. I might need to get some extra storage in the near future, since video editing and stuff is also taking up a lot of storage space. Yeah, my graphics card, I think it's a 4070 Super. Floppy disks. Yeah, the good old days, right? Floppy disks. I remember you'd be able to like install an entire game with a floppy disk. That's crazy to think how much times have changed. Split 1 of 3. So this is definitely gonna be competitive. I'm seeing a lot of warning badges. Yeah, it does the editing really quickly as well. And I think I have 46 gigabytes of RAM. That also helps. and then just yeah, 2 terabytes of storage. But that sounds like a lot, but as soon as you start video editing, yeah, that ramps up really quickly. Eight-inch floppy disks. Right. This is gonna be, I think this is the smart choice to go with this car instead of the Merc. Yeah, I think, like, LMU runs pretty smooth on most, like, even the somewhat older generation graphics cards. It's pretty stable, I would say. What a difference, night and day. Yeah, for sim racing in general, like, you'd prefer stable performance over like the most high-end graphics anyway. There's a lot of settings you can like tone down a little bit to and it still looks good, but it massively increases the performance of the game. Are you switching to AMD? I've actually always had Nvidia in all the PCs I ever owned. Ooh, I made a mistake. That, if I keep it smooth, there's a 141 in there. Yeah, that's better. Oh, we're really close. Oh! Oh, just shy of P2. 141 though. I'm happy with that. Good qualifying. Oh, nice. Yeah, clean fighting and just fair racing can be the best if like both parties have the same attitude and the same mindset. Can be really really nice.
Teams and drivers go to the grid for a race start.
An old PC, yeah. You can even like oh, let me go to the grids. That's the same with like older consoles, right? If you have like an old Nintendo Switch, just put on some Wii Sports and you're golden. Yeah, true.
Formation lap has started.
Right. P4. Let's see what we can do. Let's hope this is gonna be a nice race as well. Let's go.
Green flag, green flag.
Oh, yeah, the bad start. That Mustang's always so quick off the line. Not the smoothest yet, but need to drive a little bit more smooth. Oh my. What was that? Yeah, let them start pedaling behind me, because that yellow Ferrari was a little bit... Oh, somebody coming out of the pits. He could have moved over like way earlier. Decides to do it in the corner. tried to save the tires a little bit. Seems like the Ferrari in front of me is struggling a little bit. Just outside of the draft. Ah, that's unfortunate. A little bit closer now. Yeah, he's struggling. Oh, was that P1? No, it wasn't. I saw a Mustang, so I thought it was the leader. It's costing a lot of time, but yeah. Can't seem to figure out a good spot to overtake him. He's doing a really good job with the car placement. Yeah, I don't think I'm able to pass him because he's placing his car really well. This is tense. Oh man. What a nice battle. This is really cool. Okay. I think the car behind me is gonna try something in the last lap for sure. Come on.
That time was a 1:43.45.
Ah! Oh, mate! Yeah. Again, the yellow Ferrari, man. Yeah, come on. That was so unnecessary. Yeah, thanks, yellow Ferrari. Unbelievable. That was such an epic battle. But again, the same car just wrecks me. Yeah, that's really unfair. Yeah. Why? I don't understand. I honestly don't understand. It was such a nice battle between the other two cars. But then, yeah, that's so weird that one car is like, what's up with that? Oh, it was this guy, not this guy. Yeah, and I actually think, because I didn't do anything different in this lap, but I actually think the damage just made the car a little bit loose on the rear. Yeah, that's so unfair, man. That was such a nice race. It actually was this driver. It wasn't Ferrari. Yeah, missing your brake marker, that's also like, that's a mistake, right? But the second one was like stupid. Such a shame. That was such a nice battle. Yeah, it could have been P4. Ah, that's frustrating, man. I think I did everything well in this race, apart from getting tapped on the rear twice. Yeah, I was battling drivers with silver 2 badges. I mean, what more can you ask for, right? But it's this guy who just ruined the race. Yeah, that's a shame. That's a big shame. It was such a cool battle. It lasted for like 10 laps or something. Really enjoyed it. Apart from the last lap. Okay, let me first change the livery. That was actually probably one of the longest, closest battles I ever had in LMU. That was epic stuff. It's too bad I didn't press the record button. I didn't record the race. Oh, I can record the replay, of course, but... So, is there actually a... Yeah, there is a Lexus Red Bull livery. Nice. Let's take that one. Okay. I think I need to assign it. Yeah, I still have the replay. That's, of course, a little bit different than having, like, the live stream recording. Okay. It should be available. Yeah, that's it. Right, join practice. Oh, I really enjoyed that. I hope you, the people watching also enjoyed it. That was such a tense battle. But the Ferrari in what was it, P3? He did a really good job, man. He was placing his car like perfectly because he didn't have the pace, but he kept us behind like the entire race. He did a really good job. That was actually pretty cool to see as well. Because I was putting him under pressure, but I couldn't find like a really good spot to overtake him. I made a couple of attempts and we went side by side, but yeah, he did really good with the placement of the car and just keeping me on the outside. And it was all respectful. We didn't touch once. He did a really good job. So props to him as well. Is this like, yeah, this is a staff member, right? So that's cool. That's something you don't see every day. But yeah, that I gained so I still gained a lot of driver rank, even with finishing P9 in the end. So that was a really competitive split. Could have been P4, but or P5, or was it? the other Ferrari who overtook me in the last lap. He also did a good job. But you just know that some people get really impatient in the last lap. So they're gonna do some desperate dive bombs and stuff like that. So yeah, it's a shame about the last lap incident, but that doesn't take away from the fact that it was a really nice race. I really enjoyed it. I can't remember having a race, like a 19 lap race, being the numbers 2, 3, 4, and 5 being that close for that long time. I think there was like a second or a second and a half between us. It was really cool. Yeah, nice pit exit, mate. Oh man.
Lap 144.73.
Another one coming out of the pits with cold tires. Thank you. Yeah, so it would have been 143 low, I think. Which would be good for a second lap. Or third lap, or was it? Right, let's join the race lobby. So did we have actually improved the... Yeah, so we improved the race lap as well. 42.4. I think it was a 42.5, so we improved a little bit last race. But the driver who won the race, the last race, he's actually in P9 on the leaderboards. So he's quick. Yeah, he was driving away really quickly as well. I think he had a 20-second lead in the end. Something like that. Oh, I can check actually. Oh no, the race is about to start. Yeah, I can check quickly. Yeah, he had a 13-second lead to P2. That's insane. 13 seconds in about 18 laps. Hey, Sparrow, what's up? Yeah, well, that's probably it, right? You want to do as many laps as possible to get comfortable with the tracks, the corners. It has really long leaning corners, I would say. So, but having a good setup also helps. So if you can find a setup that you're comfortable with, that also helps to improve balance on the car, I would say. And yeah, it's just about doing a lot of laps, choosing the right car as well. Just so pick a car that's suited to your driving style. I personally like the Lexus on this track, but Ferrari and the Porsche also seem to be a good shout. Yeah, and if you have telemetry tools, such as I personally use the GoFast app on the computer, on the PC, to like analyze my own telemetry. That also helps to see where you could improve and where you're losing time. That helps. So yeah, in general, I would start with just doing a lot of laps, because there's no point in like really analyzing stuff if you're not familiar with the track yet, or if you don't really have the track characteristics dialed in. So just do a lot of laps and then, yeah, fine tune from there. Find the right setup, analyze your telemetry. That would be, yeah, my tips. Do a lot of practice sessions. I have Go setups, yeah, well, try them. And maybe try the Lexus. I don't know if you've driven it yet, but the Lexus is a really stable car. So we're actually in the same lobby as one of the devs. So that's actually pretty cool. Let's see if we can replicate that 141 from the last qualifying. That would be nice. BMW is stable as well. I don't know if it's the best car for this track. Especially like tire wear wise. It eats up its tires a little bit more during the race. So people who drive the BMW in this race tend to struggle with the tires at the end of the race. That's something the Lexus doesn't really have, I would say. It treats its tires a little bit better, which helps for those 19 laps. Yeah, so you might consider changing cars. Yeah, you can definitely pick the BMW for like shorter races. So if you have like a 5-lap race at Le Mans, that's absolutely no problem in the BMW, but this is already a little bit of a longer race with 19 or 18 laps. And then it starts to struggle at the end of the stint. So that's just something to keep in mind. But I also want to point out that I'm no alien, so I'm definitely not the quickest driver out there. I am quick on this track though, that's something I could say. I like this track. As I miss my brake marker for the first corner. Yeah, no worries, anytime. Hope it helps. Just keep chipping away with the laps and you'll get there for sure. Okay, let's do a lap time. Okay, come on. Whoa, respect for the guy in the Mercedes putting it on the second row, or the first row actually. It's the apex.
That time was a 1:42,
Oh, still we improved though. Just shy of a 41 this time, but yeah. Okay lap. Somebody saying no dive, please. Did I put in the race setup? Oh, I made a mistake probably. I thought I loaded the quali setup. Oh, it's okay.
Teams and drivers go to the grid for a race start.
Oh, really? Was it the fuel or the energy? It's okay. We still qualified in a good spot. Yeah, so the driver we had a good battle with is in P2 this time. Normally, the Mercedes shouldn't be that good on tires during the race, so let's see. Yeah, thanks for the kind words, Sparrow. Appreciate it. That's nice. Yeah, so now I am on 19.2 laps of energy and 19.7 laps of fuel. So
Formation lap has started.
we should be good. Yeah, I think we were on quali setup during the quali, but it's okay. Yeah, so Lexus behind me. Oh, we're really close to the Ferrari.
Green flag, green flag.
Oh, somebody behind me had a shocking start. Oh my, what an absolute scent. Yeah, I had to take really evasive action there. What's the Aston doing? Oh my, he got sent to the Shadow Realm. No! Focus on your own race. That Aston Martin was ridiculous. I don't know what he was thinking, but... Okay, we're still in this. Oh, moving on the braking, mate. Oh, come on. And then just drives away. Unbelievable. He just totally took me out. Insane stuff. Unbelievable. Stupid dive bombs. Yeah, he has a warning badge as well, so could have known. Someone behind me crashed.
That's 145.50.
Yeah, I'm gonna race this guy with my elbows out. There's only one Ray, right? Wouldn't surprise me if he takes out the McLaren as well.
Time 1:43.02.
Oh, somebody crashed. Flashing him with all my lights. Trying to annoy him a little bit.
Time 1:43.28.
Just trying to rattle him. Okay, so now he lets me go. That's insane. I mean, fair play, but you should have done it immediately. Yeah, no way I'm letting you pass, mate. Watch this. This guy is insane. So he lets me pass simply to dive bomb it into the next corner. Ah, come on. I'm letting him get to me.
That time was a 1:49.26.
If I didn't turn in there, or if I turned in there, I would have been... If I had turned in there, he would have totally took me out. I'm driving really bad now. Totally off the pace. Okay, come on, reset. The Nurburgring, that starts at 3 or 2. Oh, there's been a murder. What is this lobby, man? What the hell?
That time was a 1:44.4.
Yeah, Central European time, yeah. Thanks, Dutch travel guy. Okay, we're getting closer to the same Lambo again.
1:43.46.
Haase starts from P3, right? Come on, BMW, we need to catch the Lambo. Yeah, Nicky Katzberg also did a really good qualifying. Here we go again. You can just tell this driver doesn't want to race fair. Yeah, he starts squeezing me. What the? Wow. Wow. Yeah, enjoy your holiday, mates. You can just tell when it's a dirty driver. As soon as I was alongside, he started pushing me to the right. And then that. Wow. Yeah, if that's not a permanent ban. It's insane. Yeah, that was 100% an intentional wreck. No doubt about it. I'm surprised the car is still, like, working a little bit. People like that just need to stop sim racing, man. If you can't race, why are you playing a sim racing game? Unbelievable stuff. Yeah, there's even a dev in here, right? So I'll give him a message. But yeah, the report I'm gonna do speaks for itself, right? I'll report him nonetheless.
Lap 144.75.
Yeah, I'm surprised the car is driving the way that it is. How hard he hit me. He tried to ruin my race, but he ruined his own, and I'm still driving, so that's somewhat of justice, I would say. He already had a warning badge, so I think he's gonna get a ban anyway for doing something like that. We might be able to get a place back here.
Time 140.
Yeah, I'm surprised I'm doing 144s. Let's just bring this home.
Time 145.02.
I knew something was gonna happen the minute I started driving alongside him, because instantly I could feel him pushing me to the right. He wanted to squeeze me. So I started pushing him a little bit back to the left, and then he went off the throttle, and yeah, then you just know what time it is, right? I should have known he was gonna torpedo me. I tried to avoid it in the last second, but it couldn't react in time.
Lap 1:45.38.
Oh, some battling in front of me. Yeah, he DNF'd, right? Yeah, he DNF'd. Mr. Bastian Gerbes. Did he say anything in the chat? No, not really. Does anybody know which lap it was? I think it was lap... Oh, there. Lap 13. Yeah, so... Can you actually... Yeah, so he started squeezing me, so I started pushing him back. Yeah. Typical Gran Turismo Forza Motorsport takeouts. This is stuff you see in arcade racing games, right? Yeah, enjoy your holiday. If it's even a temporary ban, it wouldn't surprise me if stuff like this is just a permaban, right? Nothing more I can say, really. Yeah, so luckily we still finished P10. I'm happy with that because with the close lobbies we're getting. Oh, the driver we had a really nice battle with DNF'd. I can't report him yet, but I'll make sure I'll report him when the cooldown period is over. Yeah, that was insane stuff, right? Yeah, still gained DR and SR, so I'm fine with it. I finished the race. He DNF'd. So yeah. It could have been better, but after being taken out like that. I mean, apart from this, it would have been a fairly clean race, and this, of course, but the immovable object, yeah, that's because I hit the wall because he smashed into me. Yeah, it's gonna be a ban for sure, and it wouldn't surprise. Most examples I have seen of people doing something like that, like a straight up intentional wreck, usually is yeah, end of the story, right? I just don't know why you would take revenge like that. You actually don't gain anything yourself. There's like nothing to gain with a revenge attack. So yeah, I just don't know why people would do that, but then again, I wouldn't do it, so that's probably the explanation, right? Usually you can't really see past stuff you wouldn't do yourself if it's something like that, so yeah. What else is there to say? It's just a shame that he doesn't enjoy having clean battles instead of just fair and square racing is more fun than Rex, right? I don't see how it's fun to take someone else out. I just don't see it, but might be me. I don't know. I might be. We might be a small group who thinks that way. Thinks that way, but yeah, like the last, like not the previous race, but the race before that. That was epic. That was so much fun, and I didn't even gain a place. In fact, I lost a place in the last lap and eventually more, but that was so much fun. That was really nice. Yeah. But I know what I'm gonna do for the next race. What's come what may is that I'm just gonna put in some qualifying laps, see where we end up, but I'm gonna start from the pit lane. And then fight my way up the field. Try and avoid contact in any way, and then just go from there. But I'm grabbing a coffee first. I'll be right back. Speaking of battles on the knife's edge, I'm really hoping for some fireworks at the start of the 24 hours. With the grid as it is, P1, 2, 3, and 4. I actually heard that they during the warm-up, I was watching a little bit of the warm-up, and they were saying that I think it was the BMW who qualified in first. They actually added weight to that car overnight. So the stewards added 5 kilograms of extra weight to that car because I think they were not happy with the BOP or something. So as far as I could tell, they've added weight between qualifying and the race. So that car has 5 kilograms of extra weight, which might be like, if you believe in 3D chess mind games and strategical choices, it might actually be beneficial to not qualify on pole for this race, just to avoid potential BOP changes, such as weight additions and stuff like that. But yeah, pretty interesting, I would say. Yeah, for sure. Anything can happen, right? The way the weather is also pretty unpredictable this weekend. On off with the rain showers and even thunderstorms. So that's gonna play a part as well, I think. No, for sure. Definitely. But I do hope for some fireworks at the start. I mean, they'll not risk it all, of course, in the first few laps, but yeah, I know a certain driver who won't shy away from making moves in the first laps. I mean, it's also still a race, right? So, yeah, track position, even if it's a 24-hour race, track position is still key. So, yeah, you want to take the opportunities when they present themselves. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting for sure. Yeah, true. Okay, we should be in split 1 again. Apart from the intentional wreck last race, that was actually a pretty fun race as well. Yeah, he was doing some crazy stuff in the qualifiers as well. I mean, in the qualifying races, not in qualifying. Yeah, split 1 again. Let's see, are we in danger of... No. Nice. Yeah, so we don't have to worry about the driver from the last race. Johnny be good. That's from Back to the Future. Yeah, it does suit the car, even though it's not a Mercedes. It's still a cool livery. Isn't there also a... I think there's a 6-hour race at Spa this weekend as well, right? And I also saw that the GT World was in Japan. I think they were at Fuji. Right, let's do some qualifying laps. I'm gonna start from the pits whatsoever. I know that's probably not the smartest move for DR progression, but I just want to keep my nose clean. Oh, reading chat on a very short straight isn't the smartest choice. Yeah, we need some luck starting from the pits for sure. Yeah, the driver in P1 is really quick. He's like in the top 10 of the leaderboards, so I believe that's the same one.
That time was a 1:42.94.
That's better. Better.
Lap 1:42.3.
Come on. Slight improvement, but no 141. Oh, we did the exact same time as P5. Yeah, P6 now, but we had the exact same time. That's funny. Yeah, so it's 38 cars. Yeah, let's just do a pit lane start. Yeah, falling a little bit down the order, but I think it's going to be P10 or something. Oh, no, it's going to be P8.
Go to the grid for a race start.
Yeah, you know, it's also a disadvantage because you also have to overtake these guys. I'm going to start from the grid because there's 3 warning badges I have to overtake then. Yeah, no, let's just start the normal way. At least now I'm surrounded with trusted drivers instead of warning badges. Let's just do it like this. Yeah, exactly. And it doesn't really matter if I fall back like 10 places or something. Well, 10 is maybe a little bit much, but it's okay if you lose a couple. Let's see.
Formation lap has started.
Let's just take it easy. Be afraid of me. Yeah. Let's hope we can keep the nose and the rear clean.
Green flag, green flag.
Good clean start. Okay, that wasn't the cleanest move. Three wide probably wasn't the smartest thing to do there. Okay. That was also really weird. He just torpedoed it into the corner. Okay, that was a bad lap. I think I'm leaning a little bit too much on the tires.
Lap 143.01.
Well, we did a valid lap eventually. Wow.
143.76. That time was a 143.08.
Nice. Congrats, man. Enjoy it.
Time 142.73.
Okay, we got some breathing room now. Oh, somebody crashed. Had to do some really hard defending, man. Ooh. Yeah, 34 inch is the sweet spot for. Depends on how far you are away you are from the screen, right? Exact same lap time as P5 again. Interesting. We're getting a little bit closer. Maybe the Porsche is struggling a little bit with the tires. Yeah, just behind the... Yeah, I think that's ideal for the... For an ultra-wide. My TV is obviously a little bit close, or a little bit further away. I'm getting ever so slightly a little bit closer to the Porsche, but... That's... I think we're just gonna miss out. Almost a second quicker though. I think it's on YouTube as well, mates. Just search for ADAC 24-hour Nurburgring, I think it's called, the live stream. But I believe there are multiple live streams. Look at all the Porsche, by the way. We're getting closer. I'm pushing to try and catch up, but I think we're just gonna run out of laps. Maybe we could put on some pressure in the final lap, but let's see.
Lap 1:43.06.
Ah, we're getting closer. Ah, we're so close.
2.64.
Ah, we're just too far away. Ah, that was fun. Oh, that was fun. He did a good job, the Porsche in P5. He just, yeah, one more lap and we could have had a chance, probably. Fun race, though. Okay, let's just see that opening lap. I think I had a really good start, actually. Yeah, I think this was the smart move, going around the outside. And then something happened in front of me, right? I think he touched him. Well, he did. Yeah, so he went for a dive bomb. Yeah, this wasn't going to work. This was my mistake. Although, yeah. I mean, I am significantly ahead, but... yeah, it's not like I did something terribly wrong there, but... I mean, there is space for me, and I am... it's my rear wheel and his front tire. He could have known I was there. I'm alongside at this point already, but yeah, it's difficult for me to make the corner at this point. Yeah, this is... I would say this is 60% my fault. I could have backed out. So I'll take responsibility for that one. But then this guy decides to send it into the corner. I mean, this is even more ridiculous. He was like, give me that place back. Yeah, he eliminated himself. Oh my. Ooh. That was a send from the moon. He's 3 car lengths behind. Yeah. I saw him coming. Yeah. Okay, well, that was probably because he was frustrated, right? The Porsche did a nice job with the overtaking. He did a good job. But yeah, I'll take responsibility for that that first 3 wide situation. That wasn't the smartest move. So that was a mistake from my end. But after that, yeah, it was a pretty cool race. I had to defend like crazy from the Ferrari in a couple of laps. He was really on my tail. But I think at some point his tires started to drop a little bit. Could have been because he was over pushing a little bit. Looks like he's on controller. Yeah, he's playing on a gamepad. If I look at the harsh inputs, what do you guys think? It looks like he's playing on controller. Oh my. Yeah, that was a send and a half. Yeah, he's 100% playing on controller. That's probably because I think if you play on controller and you do like the really harsh inputs, the tires wear off more quickly than on a steering wheel. It wouldn't surprise me if you have more tire wear on controller. Ooh. That's a weird move. Yeah, he got pushed off the track a little bit. Oh. Fun race though again. Yeah. Good results. Oh, these were actually Silver 3 drivers. Nice. So where did the Ferrari end up? Did he DNF? I don't see him. Is it me or is he gone? Oh, it was this one, right? Yeah, he DNF'd in lap 14. Let's take a look at the replay then. I want to see what happened to him. Let's see what happens. Who was it? It's this one. What happened to you, my friends? You got taken out or you just spun out? Oh. Ooh. He got taken out the same way he took someone out. Oh no. Oh, he waits. For a minute there, I was thinking he would rejoin with the two cars, but he's still driving. So what happens? He's gonna crash in the final corner. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I think, but it might just be me, but I think if you play on controller, the tire wear is like more significant because of the harsh inputs. It wouldn't surprise me if your tires wear off like twice as quickly. He's driving without a wing. Yeah, this is gonna end bad. As soon as he brakes, it's over. Yeah. Yeah. Car is toast. What happened to the other Lexus? There was another one. Yeah, this one. He got taken out by the same car. Yeah, because he was right behind us. Oh, mate. Ah, great driving by the BMW. Yeah, that's really fair. He gave him more than enough space. Yeah, so at this point he overtook him, right? No. Huh? Yeah, he has the overlap. Oh, he made a mistake. No. Huh? What happened to him? He's already in P14, but I can't see. $25. He fell back like 10 places. Oh, there it is. Oh, I think he just made a mistake. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's unfortunate. Uh-oh. Ah, good job. Yeah, he did really well. Keeping it out of the racing line. Yeah. Well, good job. Keeping it out of the wall and keeping it off the racing line. Yeah, that's it for today, people. 3 very nice races. Nice warm-up for the 24 hours of the Nordschleife. If you're gonna watch that, I wish you a lot of fun. I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. Shout out to Martian and Dutch Travel Guy for being here consistently. I really appreciate it. Enjoy your new screen. Enjoy the widescreen, the ultra wide. I hope it's a nice addition to the rig. Yeah, as I said, everyone, enjoy your weekend, and I'll be back next week, but at the end of the week probably. So no daily live streams scheduled for the first few days, but at the end of the week or in the weekend, probably on Saturday as well, I'll be back live streaming. So take a look out for that, and enjoy the 24 hours of the Nordschleife, the Nurburgring, and I'll see you guys next time.